Hey Crafty Besties, it's your Crafty Bestie Tabby. And I am trying to find the right focal point for our tag that we worked on yesterday. That goes in this pocket. Yeah. So we probably need to give it an eyelet. You know, you don't have to put an eyelet in every single one of your tags, but I like it. And I know a lot of you all enjoy having eyelets in your tags. And I'm going to put a fat one in here. And I did that because I can't find center sometimes. And that's just the truth of it. And that's set just perfect. So, no worries, no worries. And since it is going to be in this pocket, I think we can give it a fun focal point because I got some fun stickers. Oh, Wrigley's Chewing Gum. That looks like a fun sticker. That is what we're going to put on it. Right in the middle of all the textured bricks. Why? Because it's fun. And I have a hard time sticking to neutral color schemes. I know you're shocked by that. And so this one, we got our tags here. We have this tag here. And we're going to ink the edges on this tag. So, I thought I would tell you all a little bit about my story. I was born in Guyana, South America. And I was raised in East Tennessee. Well, actually, I was raised all over Tennessee because I did live in West Tennessee for a little while in a little town called Waynesboro. Have you ever heard of Waynesboro? If you have ever in your life heard of Waynesboro, you just go ahead and drop Waynesboro in the comments. I would love to see some of my friends from Waynesboro pop up into the comments. That would be so neat. If you have ever heard of Waynesboro, or you've ever seen Waynesboro, or if you've ever been to Waynesboro, Waynesboro, Tennessee. I know there's Waynesboro other states. But that is where we lived in West Tennessee. And that was I was very young. I was like in first grade. And my first grade teacher's name was Mrs. Scott. And there was a boy in our class who drove her nuts. Of course, there's always one in every teacher's class, I guess. And he was hers. And yeah, this is we sprayed the instant coffee. I'm just going to spray some instant coffee here and there on here. Just for fun. Because it'll be like stained up. But I'm going to leave this, and this for journaling. And we're going to color this because it's fun to color the Braille paper with colors. And I'm going to channel my Louisa of just experimenting and smooshing. Louisa Heinzel, if you've never seen her channel, she's amazing. She's actually a maker for Tim Holtz, who, if you've been in journaling or crafting for a little while, you've heard of, because he's the one whose name is on all the fun oxides. So sprayed that. Now we're going to get out this loud dryer and dry this, because this is my heat tool. Other people have different heat tools, and the Tim Holtz heat tool looks like a little hair dryer, and this does not. But this is really good for drying embossing powder. This is what I got it for, drying embossing powder. But it's really fun to dry Distress Oxide with. This is the Ranger Weathered Wood Distress Oxide. This is a really old color too, but I still have it, so I still use it. We gotta use them up, use them up, use them up. So this kind of distresses the page, and it also gave it some geometry. And just add an interest to the pages is what it's about. And that said, we could do a corner tuck here, and just because, for giggles, we're gonna tear off the edge in a way that leaves it exposed, and then I'm gonna put some of this juicy ink on it so we don't have the white showing, so it looks more distressed. And then it looks like it was all torn kind of on purpose. I'm gonna put it right here. And give it a little corner tuck. Sorry, I did it again. I gotta move my glue so I don't keep bumping the camera. Sorry. That's terrible of me. But then we can put something here, like the way to do is to be. I like this sentiment right here. Earth laughs with flowers. And I got smart last time. You all taught me. Let's make the collage before we start gluing it down. But Earth laughs in flowers. I love that. I think that is a good sentiment. And I'm going to put this butterfly on here so it's folded up and a little bit dimensional. And we have some more of this yummy leftover tablecloth that we could put here. Just a little cluster. Just a little cluster. I like it. It's a cluster. But it's not a bad cluster. Because y'all know, I know about bad clusters. We know about bad clusters. But it's not a bad cluster. This is just an ephemera cluster. I'm going to glue this on. Because Earth laughs in flowers. We're going to glue this down. And the body we're going to glue down. So it can be up. Not all the way up. But it looks like it could move around. And let's give us a tag here. I know in our ephemera that we cut out, there are like tags like this. I thought we had something that was more of a, bookmark kind of ephemera over here. This is my little box where I cut the ephemera out of it. There's exactly what I'm talking about. Like a bookmark, or even just this really pretty journaling card. I think that needs to go in there. So I have some better scissors. Better scissors. I'm going to put the journaling card on there, and I'm just going to cut the edges curved without using a punch. Mostly because I don't really see my punch right this minute. And I don't want to make y'all wait for me to look for it. But see, this is proof. You don't have to have all the stuff to create beautiful things. Because I am creating beautiful things and using a minimal amount of tools. And I did find the corner punch, which we'll see if I can punch it. It just gives it continuity, and I like for it to have continuity. I like for things to be the right size. And I think this would go good here. And we're going to just ink it up. Now, you don't have to ink things. I do this ink thing. You want to know why I do it? Because it makes me happy. Because I spend a lot of my adult life trying to make everybody else happy. And you know what? In the end, I found that it was never enough anyway. So some things, I'm not talking about being selfish, make yourself happy, but I'm talking about it is okay to do things that make you happy. Every day is a journey, and the journey itself is home. I like that. That's going in here somewhere, but not right here. So as you can see, there's the interest in the back, and here's a journaling card to write on, and we are halfway through the first signature work. And yes, it did come through on the back, and that was as intended. You guys, we can't have it all stuffy and, I don't know, stuffy and, but we can turn this into a really pretty belly band. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it as close to the image as possible. This is a Stamperia. This actually looks like it should be a journaling card, doesn't it? Because there's room to write on the back. Or maybe like a little flip down. Like we can make it flip down. Oh, no. Do that. It needs to flip this way, but it also needs for that to... Let's think about that. Let's give this a think for a minute or two before we decide what we're doing. See, this is the beautiful part of creativity. I don't know what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. I know people who do. They like get a picture of how something is going to look in their mind, and they just then proceed to make it look like that. I wish I could, but that's not me. So I think we're going to get some washi tape here. I don't have any tapes over here. I do have tapes over here. I have tapes in a similar color scheme over here. That's too pink. This is really thin, but I like it, and I think we could do like little bits. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it so that it does flip down. We're gonna do that. We're gonna put it over here on the edge, and we're gonna hinge it to the edge. And I have folded it just a little crooked. Or I need to fold it just a little crooked. I don't know. I cut it a little crooked. Oh, let's just cut this. There we go. And you can hinge it to the page. I like hinging things. And I know it looks kind of funny. But you ever notice sometimes when you buy stuff that what it's supposed to say, it does not, it's spelled wrong? This is what happens when you buy things from that place, that shop that people criticize me for buying through. Yeah, this is what happens. They spell things wrong. But yeah, that's what they do. And got that. Oh, see now. This is why we test it out. This is why we test it out. Because we want it to lay. And washi is not known for laying properly anyway. You guessed it, I'm experimenting again. I'm gonna grow up and be a scientist. When I was in kindergarten, I used to say I was gonna be a brain surgeon or I was gonna be an archaeologist. Two very opposite things, neither of which I had the inclination to do. And I'm glad that they let me talk because, yeah, that was something that it was better for me to figure it out on my own. I also at one point wanted to be an astronaut. And I think I could have done that, but I had an uncle who told me just because you're a space cadet doesn't mean you can be in space. Yeah, I had a fun family. They thought they were being funny. And I also got told that girls can't be astronauts. I'm so glad that the women astronauts who are out there in the world did not buy that lie. And I'm just going to put a little line of glue on this edge right here. And see if we cannot glue the washi tape so that it sticks down and stays nicely. I heard somebody, get the pen and the glue, get the pen and the glue. Yes. Just gonna put some on twice because kids, because we can. And then they can write on that and pull that down. Let's see if we can put something back here that's fun to look at. We could put Never Stop Dreaming back here. I like that. I figured out that I didn't really love math, but I did love science. Loved science. Had a teacher who I still probably have nightmares, if I'm honest, about her class, and I've been out of school for over 30 years. Yeah, y'all heard me. 30 plus years I've been out of high school. I graduated high school in 1987. In 1987, we had the best music. We had the best clothes. Well, I wouldn't say the best clothes. We had the best music and the worst hair. And we had the most pollutant hair. I probably used a can of Aquanet Ultra every week to make my hair bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. and bigger. And yeah, I had some big hair in the 80s. What about y'all? What were you doing? I graduated in 1987. What were you doing in 1987? Put that in the comments below. Tell me what you were doing in 1987. I was getting ready to go to college. I was so excited. In 1987, I wanted to be a psychologist. I wanted to be a doctor of psychology. I wanted to have my own practice, and nobody was going to stop me. We will find out later that was not happening. That was a lie. Yeah, that was a lie. But that's okay, because I am where I am now because of the choices I made then. We're going to put some shiny on our Never Stop Dreaming, because I don't want you to stop dreaming. I want you guys to dream the biggest dreams ever, because you know what? Someday they really can come true. I think that if you can imagine it, yeah, I like it because it kind of peaks to that, and that comes down. If you can imagine it, it can happen for you. I believe that with my whole heart. And I got some more stickers right here. Let's see. This definitely needs a sticker, but which one? Because every girl has a bestie. Every girl. And some girls, their bestie is their sister. And some girls, their bestie is somebody that they met in life. And some girls, their bestie might be somebody they've never met in person. But they are hanging out all the time online, texting each other, and just being good friends. And I think that's cool. So here is the girl and her bestie. And I'm gonna punch a hole in this and a hole in this, and we're gonna put a bulb pin there. And I think that would be so cute. Because we'll hang there, and Joy, well, we know we love Joy. Joy is amazing. And I'll tell you what junk journaling has been for me. Somebody commented that I'm encouraging to them. I want you all to know, if I encourage you in a small way anytime that anything ever comes out of my mouth, I want you to know that's kind of what I prayed for and hoped for, because I want to encourage you and I want you to find your joy, because the Lord, the Bible says, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And so we have some joy there. And we have another interactive element. You all, I love journals that have interactive elements. And next page. So we need to do something on this brown page, because these brown pages are kind of hard to journal on. And, you know, if I'm being honest, there are a lot of things in life that are hard. We don't have to make them harder by being stupid or stubborn. You don't have to be stubborn or stupid and make life harder. So far we've already got some good lace going on here. We've got interaction here. Got journal space here and here and here. And we've got journal space here. This is the vellum paper. Journal space here. You know what? We need to back something on here that's a little lighter. So, I think this is something that we could actually write on. Put that back here. Let's do that. Let's back this card with this so that the person who gets this journal can actually journal on the tag. Because, you know, that's sometimes you just have to have that secret spot. Just going to take a little bit off the side. Glue it. I'm going to ink it up because it is those little touches that make it nice. Just going to ink the edges. And it doesn't really make a huge difference. But it kind of finishes it. You know what I mean? It kind of gives it that oomph. Muchness. Anybody like Alice in Wonderland will know what I mean when I say muchness. Because, yeah, Alice lost her muchness. That's terrible. I don't want you to lose your muchness. And if you all have suggestions for a journal that you want me to create on here, I will do that too. I will create with a theme in mind. But this, yeah, that's better. That's so much better. And we're going to round the edges too. Yeah, we're going to round the bottom edges because it's easier to get tags in and out of pockets when you round the edges. It just is. Let's just be honest. This is why I like to go through and review things, because you might find that something's just a little bit cooler or neater. Should we throw some more of the instant coffee on here? Yeah? Okay, I heard you. Yeah, we'll do it. Just a little sprinkle. Just a little sprinkle. So I hope you all were nice to each other today. And I hope that you all had an amazing day. And if nobody told you today, we're going to come back to this tomorrow. Because we're going to let stuff dry. And don't forget, you matter. You are important. And you are enough. And your crafty bestie, I love you. And thanks for being here. And I'll see you in the next video.